good, y'all? It's the Vibe Session. Listen, man, y'all know we bringing y'all the dopest, hottest, independent artists out here doing it on their own, getting it out the mud, baby. You know how we doing it. And listen, y'all, we have another super, super dope, super talented artist on the show today. Okay, bringing that girl power. You know how we doing it, baby. Yo, welcome Alexis Finley to the show.
Hey.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So listen, like 2020 is almost over. I mean, are you as happy about that as I am? Because it's been like a situation.
Yeah, I am so ready for this year to be over. I'm praying for new things and positive changes next year. But I have still been able to maximize the year despite everything that's going on.
Okay.
You know.
Well, that's good news because a lot of artists have kind of been trying to figure it out, get creative, and do all these kinds of things. So, I'm going to get into that in a few. But first, I want the people to get to know a little bit about you. So I understand you are from Houston. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Born and raised.
Born and raised. Shout out to H-Town. H-Town in the building. Period, poo.
Hey.
Okay. I love it. So are you in Houston now or are you in Dallas?
I'm actually in Houston. So I bought a house out here a month ago from tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Yeah. I lived in Dallas for 6 years though. So yeah, I came back to my stomping grounds and I'm excited about the decision I made.
Awesome. That's dope, yo. We got to take a second and give her kudos, okay? Buying houses, applying big pressure. Okay, I like to see it. I'm here for it. Okay, cool. So from Houston, how long you been doing the music thing?
Well, I've been into music and singing my whole life. It's just kind of in me, just embedded in me. As far as professionally, I started making my own music in 2015.
Okay, 2015. So you've been doing it for your whole life. That's dope. That means that you're passionate about it. Because some people, give up when they get into this industry, which is a crazy industry. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. And they kind of lose the passion. So it's dope that you kept with that. So like, what are some of your influences? People you either grew up listening to, or people that you like rocking with right now?
Well, as far as like growing up, just riding in the car with my mom. So I got Mary J shirt on. So Mary J, we had the Jill Skies, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, Legacy. Of course, everyone loves Beyonce, and I do too. Solange. As far as new artists, I really like her, Ari Lennox, and SZA.
That's solid. I can't get mad at that. You named some of my favorites, and what I love about now is I feel like there's like this rebirth of R&B, right? Because for a while it was like, I mean, for me, for a couple years, it seemed like rappers was trying to sing, and that was the only R&B we was getting for a while. But now we have so many dope artists. I mean, you named a few of them. So I think it's like a great time for R&B singers right now. So any of those artists would you want to collaborate with, work with, if you had the chance to like get on the phone, make a feature happen? Who's that person for you right now?
That person for me isn't a woman. He's kind of like a rapper slash R&B artist, but I would love to do a track with Drake.
Okay.
Everything he touches turns to gold. That voice, that tone that Tony has, it's just infectious. So I would love to tap in.
Okay. Well, listen, that's a perfect person because Drake has not missed yet. I always ask that question, like, when is Drake ever going to fall from glory? Because he is always making hits. Anytime he gets on the record, it's going to go. So he's still doing his thing right now. Okay. Yeah. I love it. I love it. So how would you kind of describe your sound, your vibe, and the scope of everything that's going on? Because everybody kind of has their flavor. How would you describe yours?
Mine has more of a like 90s feel with a current sound.
Okay.
So as far as 90s feel, I mean, as far as like as melodically, some of the notes, the transitions, as far as current sound, you know, kind of like the trap and B kind of vibe on a lot of my newer tracks as well.
Okay.
So that's kind of my style, kind of mixing the old with the new, mixing a little bit of, you know, soul melodies with the trap beats. So,
Okay.
because, you know, a lot of times with the newer beats, like the trap and beat, a lot of singers don't really sing. They kind of do that talk singing thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's a thing. That's a thing right now. But I think that it's dope because some people can play between both. They can kind of do that and then go back to singing, but it takes a special skill because everybody can't do it.
Yeah, I try on some of my songs. You know, I think I
Yeah.
kind of executed it well, but I tried a little bit.
Okay. Well, I did hear a couple of the joints that you had. You got some bops. I ain't mad at it at all. Y'all definitely make sure y'all check her out, man. Tap in with her. So listen, it's kind of a lot going on in Texas, right? Right now, Texas is making all the blogs. Okay. Rest in peace to Mo3, Dallas artist, who was recently murdered. And then Boosie apparently may have gotten shot at in Dallas. And then I'm hearing today there's a Houston artist that potentially may have gotten shot at. Like, what is going on in the industry right now, sis? Like, speak to it. We like, come on, what's going on right now?
I'm just over it. It's just too much going on in the world to be fighting over petty shit, old beef. Like, for this man to come to town to see his people, show some love, and then some neighborhood beef they might have had and get shot up on the freeway. That man was too much younger than me. So it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's going on. And then Boosie is the OG. Like,
Yes.
not Boosie. No, not Boosie. You know,
Boosie is an OG. Like, he's one of them ones you would never think nobody would want to touch, right?
Yeah, don't touch Boosie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's bad enough you took this man's life and you just on a rampage. I just think a lot of people end up feeling themselves, and unfortunately that puts you in the ground faster than, you know, a different route may have taken you.
Yes.
So I really don't condone violence at all. You may not get along, that's fine, but enough people have died this year. Yes. We don't need no petty street BS. Everybody in doggone Texas has COVID, so it's just like, come on.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It kind of makes you not want to like go. Granted, COVID already makes you not want to go to the parties because there's so many parties and shows and stuff that we've had to turn down. And I mean, I know I can speak for myself because some people are still out in these streets like nothing's going on. But you know, I know people that have gotten it, that have gotten sick, that have passed away. So, you know, I'm moving a little different than everybody, but that too makes you really not want to do anything. Is it just me?
No, it's not just you, and it's crazy, and it's hard being an artist because it's my job to build relationships, to relate to my fans, to relate to other people, to gain more fans, and it is so hard to do that virtually. I have had a way of mastering it, thank God, because of my team. But at the end of the day, nothing beats a smile in person, you know, and I don't even feel comfortable walking up to someone talking to them. And I'm like the social light. I love talking to people. I love laughing. I like buying people shots. Like, I love dancing. So a lot of these things obviously have to be put on the back burner because this is something that I do take seriously. You know, I've been in the same situation you in. I've had people to have it. I've had people to pass away from it. So it's really nothing to play with, but it is really hard being an artist during a pandemic. It's really hard. It's really hard. But hey, if you can find a way to make it work, thank God for the internet.
Yes.
Thank God for the internet.
We live in a world where you can kind of find creative ways to keep things going. I heard you mention your team. How important has it been for you to have a team with you, rocking with you as an artist, especially as a female, right? Because there's so many challenges that we face. I mean, I talk about this on the show so much, being a female and how difficult that is. But touch a little bit on that. Do you feel like it's difficult? And, take it a step further. How did your team kind of help you maneuver through this music journey that you got going?
So honestly, the first phase of it is making music, right? And then you have to know how to get the music out there. So those are the tools that I did not have. I did not have those tools at all. And it just took me knowing somebody at church, which was BC or Southern Fire Marketing, and he led me to Amber, your media bay, and from there it's just like my circle just continues to grow. I got with an artist development coach, so helping me, sing and move and perform and condition me while I sing. I also had a vocal coach as well. So I think it is really important as far as like being a female. I believe that you should have another female on your team somewhere. I think you kind of need to mix the genders a little bit because it helps. Like someone's experienced helping artists, they have a lot of insight. They give you a lot of direction, and that's what I was lacking, some direction. So having that team as a young woman and being having your team have people on it that you actually trust. Okay. So that's been really important for me, and it has taken me very far, even in the last year. So I could imagine what I could be looking like in another year. It's like really the best is yet to come, but it really takes a village. That's how I was raised as far as family, and that's how I'm doing my career.
Okay, absolutely. Listen, y'all, major key alert right there. As an indie artist is so important. Grab some people that can help you, man. I swear. Shout out to BC and Amber. They definitely are out here doing a lot of dope things for artists, man. So shout out to them for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so I want to get into the music, right? Because you got some dope new joints. Tell us about the latest single that you dropped. How did that joint come about?
All right, so the last single I dropped from Sensitive Savage was Talk That. So Talk That is, I would say, the most popular track on the EP. It's just basically knowing who you are as a woman, not taking shit, talking a little bit of shit, and maybe playing the game if you want to. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Okay, that's
That's it. You just gotta show them who you are. If you don't know, you'll find out.
Yes. Energy, baby. Listen, sis, come with that energy all 2021 and beyond. Okay, that's how we doing it. Period, Pooh. Well, we got to play the record for the people. We're absolutely going to do that. But before we do that, man, I just want to say, Alexis Finley, thank you so much for being a dope guest on the show today. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all tap in with her. Very talented. She's out here doing her thing, repping H-Town. So before we get out of here, I always ask my guests to leave the listeners with a message right from them. You can get in your bag, let them know you the hottest and the flyest coming out of H-Town, period. You can inspire people. Wherever you want to go with it, go ahead and leave them a message right from you.
The best message I can give anyone is to be consistent. Consistency gets you places. It will always take you places. Whether it's in your career, relationships, romance, or friends, consistency is key. Yes. If you're not consistent, you can't expect for anything to pop, period.
Okay, that's it. Keep applying that pressure. Pressure makes a diamond, okay? We love to see it. Thank you again, Alexis Finley, for being a guest on the show. Please tell everybody where they can find you online and keep up with your social media.
All right. Well, I am on all streaming platforms. Alexis Finley. My tag is A Finley Music. That's AFINLEY Music. I'm on all streaming platforms. Just type me in. Sensitive Savage will come up. And if you're going to listen to Sensitive Savage, I also recommend listening to Recovery. That was my first EP. And so it kind of tells a story, the process after a breakup. You have the recovery phase and you got the Sensitive Savage phase. So Let me know what you think about the videos on YouTube. I'm very friendly. Just reach out to me. But yeah, all streaming platforms, all social media platforms, Alexis Finley.
Okay. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all tap in with it. You know how we do it. I'm bringing y'all the hottest, dopest independent artists. Okay. We breaking stars right here on this show. I promise you. Make sure y'all tap in with us. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. It's your girl, NeffyRaps, and we out.